Hey guys, Justin Sturgis at cleaningmarketing.com, and today I want to talk a little bit about marketing automation or cleaning business automation. There's a lot of understandably, there's a lot of confusion in the world out there about what you can do and what you can't do with software these days. And it's, the with the AI tools and the automation that you can do these days, everybody should be doing some level of it in their business. And hopefully I can try and, tune you in a little bit on what you should be thinking about. So, of course, hopefully a lot of us know that there are service management tools out there that can help us, kind of manage the actual process of taking in money and delivering a service and that kind of thing. There's tools out there like Jobber and ZenMaid and Service Titan, and there's a whole bunch on in the kind of the janitorial space that can help you, and quite a few more. There's we've seen folks with everything from service autopilot to just using ZenBooker. I mean, there's all kinds of tools out there. So so there's that side of things, and we'll talk about that more in other videos, but I want to help kind of tune into this other side of things, which I would call the marketing automation side, that I'm not seeing very many people do much with, maybe a little tiny bit that comes in their service management, but not really taking this as serious it probably should be taken, because it can fill this really big hole or this really big gap that most cleaning businesses have, and that is in nurturing leads, kind of handling leads, handling phone calls, website chat. Chats can now come in from Facebook, from your Google profile, all over the place. Um, there's a lot of like kind of lead handling that can happen on this side, as well as, say, if you miss a phone call, God forbid, actually kind of follow up for you and really kind of fill the gaps that you probably have in your lead handling. I can tell you from our experience of working with quite a few house cleaning businesses and janitorial businesses that answering the phone is not, always the number one thing on the list of things to do. And the problem with that is, a good lead can come in and be patient and, maybe through a form submission or something like that. But oftentimes a really great lead can come in through a phone call. And if you're not handling those phone calls right there, it's quite possible that they're going to move on and look at working with someone else. No matter what, you're not going to look as professional as you can if you don't at least have some automated follow-up that can see that the phone rang and that it wasn't answered, or try to distribute that phone call to other folks if that's a possibility with your business. And if not, at least follow up with that person, text them, let them know that you saw that they called, and kind of further handle it from there. Right. So I'm trying to kind of highlight this from a high level of, understanding what it can kind of do for you. There's a lot of detail to exactly what can be done, but let's just say this: from the those first leads that might come in from chat, from phone call, whatever it might be, all the way through the customer experience cycle, really all the way down to kind of the review side, nurturing review, or possibly running a referral program, as well as cross-selling and upselling, which you probably know you're not doing enough of. Really low-hanging fruit where you can make some good money and actually cross-sell and upsell good, profitable services that you have to existing clientele. That's something that automation can do, as well as really nurture all the leads that do come in. And especially on the janitorial side, like on the house cleaning side, there is so much potential out there. If you've got an ad budget, an SEO budget, you can get so much business. It's practically insane. And it's much easier in the sense that on the janitorial side, there's less leads, right? So I mean, just by the nature, there's not a million, businesses out there like there are homes. So so it's really important, especially on the janitorial side, that you do everything you can to nurture and capture every lead and treat them as best as you possibly can. for a variety of reasons. One is if you do start working with them and they've had that really great experience, I mean, the chances of you working with them better already are much better if you nurture that lead really well and bring them into your world. But then they've had such a better experience. Like you've actually lifted the experience working with you as a cleaning company up to basically like world-class standards, or at least beyond what most everybody else in the industry is doing. So you've really kind of set the bar without a lot of extra work on your side. You've set the bar much higher, and you've made them a happier customer because you actually were responsive and you told them when you were going to come, and you are doing the things that they expect. Really, like cross-selling and upselling is appreciated when they like what you do. And now they know that they can order carpet cleaning or window cleaning or handyman services or whatever, other things. Maybe it's concrete polishing, right? So you're selling more and you're giving a better experience, and they're appreciating that. People want that really fast response, but they also want to know what you do, how you do it, and be nurtured along like that. So all those touch points are really important. And face it, I mean, you probably don't have people doing that stuff, right? I mean, you might follow up on a proposal or an estimate or something, but a lot of times those fall through the cracks. So it's something to think about. And there are some great tools out there that can help. They can get fairly complex. You're going to want someone who can help you, kind of structure it. I can say this, I mean, this isn't really a sales pitch, but we have built a system both for house cleaning and the janitorial side, which are very similar to each other in a lot of ways, but different because the industries are different, especially around proposals and that kind of thing on the janitorial side. To actually put all this in place, with an automated system that's pretty much pre-built, although customizable. So anyways, the reason I want you to know that that's a possibility, right? Sure, it's great. We'd love to, talk to and see if we were a fit to help you specifically, but I want you to know that these possibilities are out there and that it can be done inside as long as you've got some kind of budget, you can do something with it, either through kind of a semi pre-built system or by just kind of thinking about what would be the right touch points and working with someone to kind of build it out. In a variety of tools out there that are kind of attached to CRMs. It would be called marketing automation, that type of thing. So good to be aware of. This is the kind of thing that can really stop the leaky bucket of leads that may be coming in that you may even be paying for through ads and SEO. And if you're not really doing a good job of basically answering all the calls and all the chats and everything, and then nurturing them to a sell, then you're actually going to be really stopping the leaks in your bucket. You're going to be saving a lot of money that you're wasting right now, by looking at doing this. And then you're actually going to, not only that, but you're actually going to make more money because you're going to be cross-selling. You're going to be creating happier customers. You're going to get more reviews and referrals and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really critical piece, and something that not so many businesses even know is totally possible. And yes, your service management software may do a little bit of this, like maybe it'll tell your customer when you're coming out, that kind of thing, but they're really not, most of the service management tools, unless you really get up there into a custom situation like Microsoft Dynamics or something, most of them really aren't built with the kind of front end marketing automation side. Good news is, you can get them to talk to each other, right? So if you do set up a bunch of marketing automation and you're careful with what platform you use and you've got your service management software, there's a thing called an API that basically is a bridge between the two pieces of software that you might be using, where the data can securely be passed from one to the other. And so if you do land a customer and you get them over into your service management, now they're going to be on both sides, and there'll be some unity in the data between the two sides. And depending on the platforms, you can pass a little data or a lot of data. If you're a higher end business, you can really get into the API and have basically a one-to-one correspondence and all the data between the systems. That's definitely a higher end thing. Or you can keep it relatively simple and just kind of pass like, okay, now they became a paying client, boom. That type of thing. Or we just completed a project, that type of thing. So I know this is a lot, and there's a lot of technical stuff going on in the background. I'm trying not to dig into too much, but keep this in mind and think about and talk to whoever is doing your marketing. It's kind of an IT thing. Like marketing is sort of become an IT type of deal, especially with the AI and the tools the way they're working now. There's kind of this blend between marketing and the IT world. And let me tell you, the IT guys, 9 times out of 10, are not going to understand marketing at all. They may be able to plug things in and do some things, but you really need that customer experience, that human kind of side of things where you're not just pulling levers, you're actually producing a human, not just a bunch of automation for automation's sake, but actually it's like you were there doing it's like if you could multiply yourself and do really good stuff, that you don't have time for, that's what it needs to be like, right? So there's this human side of it that to me is a better fit with the marketing side, um, in the sense of how you plan it, what the wording is, how you think about it from your customer's experience. So that's it for today on cleaning business automation or janitorial automation. There is so much to this topic, but it's a really critical piece, and you can really streamline your business and make it more profitable. So think about it. Like and subscribe below so you can get more great information from us on how to grow your cleaning business and also how to manage it more effectively, and even automation and that good stuff. So we want to help you grow and make your life easier at the same time. We also have a marketing cheat guide for both janitorial and house cleaning businesses. Find the link below in the description and it'll take you over to our website and you can get the one that's right for you. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great one.